Hello, my name is Miss Miller, and today we'll be talking about pictographs. Essential question: how can we create a picture graph? Standard: create picture graphs from collected measurement data. Vocabulary: pictographs or picture graphs are the way to explain things using pictures rather than writing everything in words. A picture graph uses symbols and pictures to represent data. Here are some visuals. It's a great idea to have visual supports for your students. And here's an image of a pictograph, and it gives the parts: the title, categories, the key, and the data. So let's talk more about the parts. The pictograph needs a title, which would basically give a summary of what the pictograph will be about. There are names for each category that people can vote for or choose. A picture to represent the number of votes or other data collected, and a key to explain how much each picture stands for. Some activities. So to begin, I typically like to start with some of my earlier learners using hands-on items. So this would be an example using transportation. So you would have your title, your categories, and then your numbers here. So we have land, sky, and water. And the students are using toys to create their picture graph. Here, this can be done outside. You can use chalk, sidewalk chalk, have your colors here at the bottom, and students can collect leaves and place them on the pictograph chart you've created outside using sidewalk chalk. Other activities can be done using charts. For example, pets. The title here is Our Class Pictograph of Pets. And we have the types of pets here, the labels: the dog, the cat, fish, horse, turtle, or guinea pig. Another popular one, birthdays. Typically, most classrooms of some of our earlier learners in the K-2 environment have a birthday chart, and here you can make it into a graph. So how many birthdays do we have in January? And you could potentially put the student's name on each cupcake, February, March, and so on. And here at the bottom, we have our key, which says each cupcake is for one. And here is a chart of eye color. You can also do activities with food items, such as cereal by color, jelly beans, as well as marshmallows or candy hearts. Some resources you can utilize are on Teachers Pay Teachers. On their website, you would search by pictograph, and then sort by ascending to receive the free items first, and look through the resources. They have a pencil stand pictograph. There's an empty graph chart which could be utilized for your students, so you can create your own pictograph based on whatever topic you're discussing with your students. And here's a bundle package which includes line plots, bar graphs, as well as pictographs. And here's another. So again, you would continue to look through the free resources to find what best meets your needs. Another resource is youtube.com. In here, you would also search for pictographs. In this case, I chose kindergarten, but you could search by your grade level or without a grade level, because many times our students could be in a particular grade, but their functional level can be different. Brain Pop Jr. has a great video on pictographs. And here's another great video on how to read them. Liveworksheetscom also has pictographs. Let's take a look at that site. And here, the students would answer questions about the pictograph. This pictograph shows students' favorite food. Use the graph to answer the questions. So here's our title, favorite food. Here are our labels. We have our key below. Each food item equals 1. So the students would go through it and answer the questions. What is the title of the graph? So they would go up and add the title. How many students like hot dogs? They would count, place the number. The same with pizza. Which is the favorite food item? So some of the questions get a little bit more intense. Which food got the least amount of votes? How many voted all together? And the students would press finish and it would score their work. MathLearningCenter.org is another great resource at apps.mathlearningcenter.org. And here I'm using the pattern shapes. So here what I've done is I've added some text by pressing the T here and I've typed in names, Karen, Dawn, and Nikki. And potentially you could create a story. Karen loves 3 or has 3 green triangles. Dawn has 4 orange triangles. Nikki has, and so on. So from there, the students would add the shapes to create the pictograph based on the story or the information or the data you have provided. So in this case, let's say Karen has 3. The students would add to represent the information they have. Dawn, let's say, has 4. And let's say Nikki has 2. So the students could create a pictograph in this way. They have the title here, favorite shapes. You would provide the information as far as how many based on the category, and the students would add the shapes. Another great resource is getepic.com for some read alouds. Here I've searched by pictograph, and again you can refine by age, reading level, fiction and nonfiction, format, language. And here's a great book on pictographs. What is a pictograph? Making a pictograph, and you try it. So it takes students through the process of creating a graph and assists in them making their own. In conclusion, pictographs are the way to explain things using pictures rather than writing everything in words. A picture graph uses symbols and pictures to represent data. YouTube, Teachers Pay Teachers, Epic Books, Math Learning Center, and Live Worksheets have great activities and videos. Thank you.